So today we're making a little bit of a smoke animation kind of thing going on. Hey guys, welcome back to TutsByKai. I'm Kai, and today we are back once again in your favorite digital art drawing application. As you can see, we're back once again, and the good thing about doing these animations is I have a lot of fun making animations. I haven't made one in a while actually, but I have a lot of fun doing them. It's a little bit of a speed art aspect, and it's a tutorial at the same time. So the first thing I'm doing is, as you can see down at the bottom in my timeline, I have on auto frame. I think it's called auto frame, where you every time you draw on the canvas, it creates a new frame. So you can see I'm skipping one frame in between each frame. This is called animating on twos instead of ones. Ones is every frame, twos is every other frame. So like I said, the great thing about doing it this way is the great thing about animating on twos is that you have more flexibility in being able to move keyframes around easier later on, and you have an easier time just drawing in general because you don't want to draw every single frame. So as you can see right now, it started off with a little bit of a ball, and the thing that you want to keep in mind when doing different materials, something like smoke, is going to be very fluid and very what's the word that I want to look? I can't think of it. It's a juicy word, but I can't think of the word. Anyway, it's gonna be very smoky. Okay, it's gonna be very smoky. All right. So you want to make sure it's very smoky while you're drawing smoke. And what I mean by this is like, of course, if you're drawing water, it's gonna look different than this. So imagine the way the smoke moves. Look at some smoke videos. I know it sounds kind of stupid, but like if you really just can't be like, what does smoke move like? Then watch some smoke videos. Just like search smoke, smoke, like search big smoke drop or something. Yeah, smoke drop is actually a pretty good one. Look that up and then maybe go from there. But like I said, I don't like doing, to be honest with you, I just really don't like doing realistic things. So I just kind of take natural things and put my own spin on it. So you can see here I'm kind of I'm going with a little bit of physics here, as you can see, kind of. So the smoke drop kind of came down in the center, right? And then now what I'm doing is I'm kind of making the smoke fuzz out, or whatever you want to say, kind of fuzz out from the center and kind of spread. And then, of course, off of this, because I try to get down the main piece first, and then I go back, and then I add in little bits. As you can see, every single time I go in, I fill in that big giant chunk. And then I have those little tiny pieces of smoke coming off. By the way, I'm using onion skinning, which is the little light bulb next to the timeline on the left-hand side near the layers. But yeah, so the biggest thing is trying to get the fluidity and the physics kind of smoke particle thing working properly. And of course, this isn't Blender, you have to draw it yourself. So the best thing I can tell you is, if a line is going up, like these smoke particles I'm doing right now, if a line's going up, try and think of how it would like smoothly kind of slither up, so try and make sure it's always moving forward. Even if forward is down or left or right, try to make sure it's always moving in some velocity instead of just sitting still, because smoke doesn't really sit still, especially when there's a big impact, So like I said, and the biggest thing is you want these to taper off, but not too quickly and not too slowly either. So try and keep in mind, the bigger a smoke particle or any kind of particle you're making is, the longer it's going to take to dissipate, the longer it's going to take to kind of fade away or go smaller. This little piece I'm doing in the center, I want it to go up while it looks like it's twirling. So you can see all of these had tails. This entire video, they all had tails pretty much. So the key thing that I love doing smoke for is because I love making these little tails. And it shows, the longer something is, in the beginning of this video, when the smoke first drops down, there's a very, very, very long tail coming off of the smoke, the first initial smoke drop little thing. Technical terms, I'm a scientist, guys, didn't you know? So there's a long tail coming off of it, and the reason is because the faster something's moving, the longer the tail is going to be. So the what's the opposite of fast? The slower something is moving. Yes, scientists, remember this, guys. The slower something's moving, the less of a tail it's going to have. So if something's moving very slow and it's kind of like steadying off, it's not going super fast, then it's definitely gonna have a shorter tail. But if it's going super fast, like whoo, like that, like whoo, then it's definitely gonna have a longer tail. Always watch your work back. while you're working, because you might think the animation looks great, and when you play back, it looks kind of weird. Maybe you accidentally did something, you made the thing twirl the wrong way. Just always watch it back during the process, and it gives you a nice sense of work, because if you make the whole thing without looking at it once, you're gonna be like, when is this over? But if you get to look at it every once in a while, a little pieces, like, oh, it looks so cool, and you'll stay motivated that way. It's very easy to get demotivated working on animations. Believe me, I've made multiple animations in the past. So the longest animation that I've made, I think, was like a minute and 30 seconds, but it was like a full animation, and to me, like 3.5 months working on it on and off. So yeah, it's very bad, and I've actually been working on an animation for a long time that I haven't worked on in a little bit of time. And believe you me, the best way to get this done is to have a positive mindset, which is the next thing I want to talk about real quick. Working on animations can be not very fun at times, especially because, like I said, with these hand-drawn 2D animations, you have to really kind of hone in every single frame, or every other frame, as it were, because we're drawing on 2s. But the thing is that it's draining, and it gets draining very fast to be like, all right, well, this is I'm gonna draw this, and I'm gonna keep it consistent over, like, I don't even know how many frames it was. This was over 100 frames, I believe. Actually, maybe not. It might have been right underneath. I think it was like 96 frames or something like that. But of course, I'm animating on 2s, so technically it's half of that. But still, the animation in total is like 90 something. I don't remember, but something like that. But like I said, keep in mind, you want a quick rundown. You want to make sure you know the viscosity, or whatever you want to call it, of the material you're working with, water, what smoke, whatever. You also want to make sure you're watching your work back so you don't get demotivated. Keep all that in mind, everything else I said in the video, and you should have a much easier time animating. So I hope you, ladies and gentlemen, enjoyed today's tutorial. I will see you in the next one, but until then, bye-bye.